We got joy, joy's in the house. Everybody's talking about joy in the house. You got joy, joy's in the house. It's gonna be fun with joy in the house. You'll be loving life with joy in the house. We got joy.
Hi, and welcome to There's Joy in the House. I'm Joy Boone. You know, my friends and family will all tell you that entertaining is something that I've enjoyed doing forever, from the very simple to the very elaborate. But you know, there are a lot of people that are intimidated by the very thought of it. And I've got some ideas today to share with you that will hopefully make it as stress-free as possible for you and make you want to entertain maybe tonight or this weekend. You know, from open houses to big birthdays, anything starts with an idea. You have to have a plan, and you have to be organized. For smaller gatherings, I would suggest thinking your close friends, those who make your life easy. They're chatty, they're helpful, and they love to bring something over. I would suggest also using paper products. That makes it easy for cleanup and to set up. For arrival and departure times, I would make sure that you get those ahead of time as well. I like to suggest having one party drink for the evening or the afternoon. This helps cut down with the cost of multiple beverages. You can also assign each one of your guests an item to bring, whether it be crackers, chips, veggies, cheese, or fruit. Or mix it up. You can even have a potluck dinner. Call or email your friends with what you would like for them to bring. If you're having your get-together during the holiday season, I would suggest, because time is at a premium, that you set your party for earlier in the afternoon so that people can go to more than one gathering. Also, if you have it earlier, you can get away with having lighter fare, which helps keep your costs down. Here is an example today of a step up from a simple party. I sent out invitations, and I will be providing the meal. I will be having 14 guests, and I will be dividing them between 2 tables. I am using my fine china, and I am mixing and matching my table settings to make it more interesting. To fancy up my table setting, I am using a charger plate, but you don't have to use a charger plate. You can use a fine linen napkin, both of which you can get at your local home store. When setting a formal table, formal being anything other than paper products, remember that you never put your cup and saucer on the table unless it's for breakfast or it's for dessert. And also a little helpful hint is that you never use paper napkins with fine china. There is no need to place a wine glass on the table unless you plan on serving wine with your dinner. You may either put your folded napkin on your plate, you may put it to the left of your salad fork with a napkin ring, or you can put it in your glass. It's up to you. You just do whatever you feel like. Keep in mind also that your centerpiece needs to be kept low. It needs to be kind of easy so when you're talking across the table, your view is not obstructed, and it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. As you can see right here, I have just things that I have around the house. These are just ordinary candles that I've gotten from my home store. This is a casserole dish out of my cabinet, and I've gotten some beads that I got at the dollar store. So it doesn't have to be expensive at all. Just pull from what you've got. Also, one thing I like to do for my dinner parties is I like to mix and match my couples. I don't want them to sit right next to each other across because that helps to stimulate conversation. I even sometimes put suggestions on the tables to help to get things started. In these situations, it's good to use place cards. And you can buy those at your local party store, or you can make them out of just simple pieces of paper and fold it over that you have at home. I also like to do party favors as a parting gift for my guests. You don't have to do this. This is just something that I like to do. It kind of makes people feel special. They can be seasonal for the holidays, or they can be personal, like favorite candy, or a tea bag, or anything that is representative of the guest of honor. Now, when you're having a large party, that means any more than 4 or 5 people, I like to have a buffet table for the food because everybody can go at one time. Plating food is very difficult and time-consuming, so a buffet table always works good. If you don't have an area big enough to put everything in one spot, I like to do stations. That way you keep the flow moving, there's never a backup, and it's just as fun for people to be in different places of the house. But regardless of a buffet table or not, you do need to have one area designated for your beverages. This would typically be as close to the kitchen as possible because you need to have refills available from the refrigerator or ice. If you want to dress up your food area, you can use a tablecloth. And if you don't have tablecloth, everybody has towels or sheets. Those are fun, different things to use to cover up your countertops or your tables. You can use boxes or pots to make it interesting with differing heights. But make sure that it's stable enough to hold a dish or a plate because you wouldn't want anything falling over while your guests are there. Also, another find is a tea light candle that you can get at the dollar store. You can get a big pack of those for $1. And those just, add sparkle to anything that you're doing. When you're setting up your buffet table or setting up your stations, you need to start with your salad, have your plates on the table, and then your guests can come to their table, find their seat, then pick up their plate and start at the salad table. Then they need to move to the main dish, veggies, and then you can choose to either put your bread in baskets on the table or you can have them at the end of your buffet table. If your dessert is out and it's a cake or cupcakes or something like that, you need to have that at the very end. That needs to be the last thing that's out. You need to have separate plates and forks or spoons at that table. And if you don't have a cake or cupcakes and it's refrigerated dessert, make sure you leave time to get it from the refrigerator and slice it to serve. When planning your menu, think of dishes that you do well and that are easy to prepare in advance so you can mingle with your guests and not be stuck in the kitchen. Remember, it doesn't have to be fancy. Simple works best most of the time. Your local wholesale club is a wonderful resource for many items, from appetizers to prepared entrees to an array of desserts that will help with prep time as well as cleanup time. Here's to happy entertaining. I'd love for you to share your ideas with me, or if you have a question about entertaining, I would love to try to answer them. Please send me an email at joy@joyinthehouse.tv. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on There's Joy in the House.
We got joy's in the house. Everybody's talking about joy in the house. You got joy.